Operations, Ciampi, Madalyn Ciampi, our Chief of Operations. This is a woman who, every time I encounter her, her energy is contagious. This is someone who wakes up with the mission in mind and realizes why we do this. And so, on behalf of myself and everyone here, can we give it up for Madalyn Ciampi?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you again for coming out tonight. I would also like to extend a special thank you to Stephen and our volunteer fundraising committee who have made this event possible for us tonight. As Stephen mentioned, I'm the Chief of Operations at Providence Promise. I've been with the organization for more than 2 years, and during this time, it has been my great pleasure to watch the program grow from a concept into where it is today with more than 360 Providence students. Providence Promise, thank you. Providence Promise promotes high educational aspirations and more equitable opportunities for our students by advocating for college savings and family engagement, increasing financial literacy, and facilitating sustainable gap funding to reduce the financial burden of higher education. Our program currently serves students from nearly every neighborhood in the city across 44 different schools. At the end of 2018, Providence Promise students held more than $87,000 in college savings and are on track to hold more than $100,000 by the end of this quarter. As the program continues to expand and collaborate with our local families, city officials, and other various individuals, businesses, institutions, and the Providence Public Schools, our vision is to increase the K-12 and post-secondary success of Providence Public School and charter school students. As one of over 300 Promise programs across the country, Providence Promise understands that a post-secondary credential is critical to the future economic and social well-being of our children and of our city as a whole. Through a unique combination of college savings, family engagement, and alternative financial aid, Providence Promise strives to make higher education a reality for all of our students. This evening, we are lucky enough to have a Providence Promise parent here to say a few words on our behalf. So I would like to introduce Deborah Garcia. Deb has enrolled 4 children in Providence Promise, is an active member of our parent council, and has acted as an ambassador for us on numerous occasions by dedicating her time as a volunteer. Without further ado, Deb.
Well, I must really care about Providence Promise because I broke my leg and I'm here. So watch out for that black ice because it's real. Well, I currently am a Rhode Island college student with an $80,000 student loans. And what I thought at the time I was putting into deferment for a back and neck operation was the whole student loan. And it turned out to be just the principal. All that time, the interest was accumulating, and it took my $30,000 student loan and brought it to a $77,000 student loan. It now is an $82,000 loan because I'm back in school. What I want to tell you about Providence Promise is that they help you to open a 529 account and put 1%, you put 1% of your income into that account, and Providence Promise starts each account with $100. It's not just a savings account, it's a working investment account. Not a high investment, but a slow earning investment. Right now, this is the last year that you can open these accounts for your child up to the 8th grade. I can't emphasize how important this is to do because in the year 2020, it will only be available to kindergarten and under. You won't be able to put your higher to 8th grade students into it anymore. You'll lose all that financial aid. When your child is ready to go to college, Providence Promise will help fund the difference after financial aid. Your child can attend a 2 or 4 year school, a trade, or technical school. Now suppose your child decides not to go to college. Mom's got a wonderful, or dad and mom got a wonderful business. They don't have to go to college. They're financially set. They get that 529 college savings account that they saved Providence Promise asked them to take that $100 that they initially donated to them, put into their account, and donate it back to Providence Promise so another child can go to college. But they still get all the money they saved in that savings account to do whatever they want to do with it. School is very important to me. When I was younger, I really didn't realize how important getting a good education would be. I have 2 daughters, and they both quit school. There are 11 and a half years between them. My first never went back to school. My second received her GED and tried to go to college, but because I had school loans in default, she could not get financial aid. So she went to work for a company who paid for her education. Where there's a will, there's a way, and she fortunately found a way. Today I have a whole different way of thinking. I have 2 foster children today, and my foster children have been with me for 4 years, and we are heading for our 5th year. They have been Students of the Month multiple times, and second winners of the year. Sorry, a few times. My son won a bike for perfect attendance. I tell them to get all the education they can get, and with the help of Providence Promise, they will have a chance to attend any college, technical school, or any trade school they want to. They want to work hard enough to get into. The doors that will open for them are endless. My daughter has been accepted into a high academic school where she has to maintain a B average of perfect attendance and good citizenship. She's got this. Oh, and by the way, they never ask to stay home from school. They look forward to what they can learn each day. To me, this is a win-win. I wish it was available when I was a kid. I have opened up 4 accounts. I have 2 for my grandchildren. I have 2 grandchildren that are too young to go to school, but I've already opened the accounts for them. I have older grandchildren, but they're too old for it. My 2 foster children have an account. And again, I just can't emphasize how important it is and what an opportunity it is to have help paying for your child's education. I hope all the Providence parents decide to invest in their child's education and that everyone in our community will help support this program. Knowledge is power, and once we own it, we own it. And if you don't have a child to open up a savings account for, consider donating to help a child who can't go to school and needs someone to help support them. Anything will help, anything. Children are worth it. I mean, I think getting our children educated is the most important thing in the world. And I hope that you'll all consider. Thank you.
I think that's it for right now. I also want to recognize Representative John Lombardi, who just came in, who's always been a great supporter of the program. And thank you all for coming this evening. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.